This is my week 1 Slayer progression, and I'm gonna talk to you about how I feel about the class, where we got to in only 1 week, what I plan on doing in the future with her, and how it actually feels to play this new class. Let's get into it. First things first, we got to 1501 eye level, and we would have gone further. My plan was to get to at least 1510. But I goofed up and crafted the wrong armor piece. I would have just dismantled it, re-rolled it to a different piece that I had, but I rolled a 98 quality on it, so I couldn't do that. But next week, we're gonna get 2 more Braille pieces, and we are going to Braille Gates 5 and 6 normal. Let's go. We got all level 7 gems this week. They were about the same price as the lowest level of gems that you could buy, which was around 9,500 to 10,000, somewhere around there. Most of them were between 10 and 11,000, and I'd rather buy them at that price than have to re-roll all my silver, because while I have 33 million, I'm going to need a lot to hone my Glavier and my Slayer to 1580 by the time a con comes. But we also got super lucky, and we merged 3 level 7s and got a Bloodlust level 8 gem. Of course, Bloodlust is a massive damage contributor to the Punisher build, which is what I have been playing most of this week. Now let's talk about the accessories that I went with. I'm still using the engraving support, and I will continue to use the engraving support until I get to at least 1540. I could go 5x3 plus 1. I would have to buy the Punisher books, and we'll see where they're at the time that I buy my accessories, but they're like 14,000 and 15,000 gold, and I'm just not gonna waste that much gold on that. I'd rather go 5x3 without the plus 1 adrenaline and have really high spec and do more damage that way, and a much better use of the gold. As most of us know, every class feels terrible the first couple of weeks. This is definitely the case for this class as well, and towards the end of the week I said no more. I'm buying these tripods. I just thought, you know, I got a lot of pay-ons, I got a decent amount of gold, let's go ahead, let's buy it. I'm going all in on Slayer, and I want the class to feel really good. I went ahead and bought all of the necessary tripods. So I have a level 4 tripods on all my focus tripod. We have the level 4 tripods on all of the damage skills, as you can see, level 4, level 4, level 4. And it was definitely worth the investment, because with the build that I'm playing, which is termed a 1.5 build, it takes 1.5 rotations of your skills to build your gauge to go into burst mode. And without the tripods, you're doing like 2.5 rotations. And it feels real bad, man. As far as playing Punisher or Predator, in my experience, what I played, I really enjoyed Predator in Chaos Dungeons, and I really enjoyed Punisher in raids, and that just more or less suits my playstyle. In raids, I like a medium paced tempo that does really good damage, in which you don't have to have a massive amount of uptime with your skills. That's just my preference. But for Chaos Dungeons, I'm trying to do 1,000 skills all at one time, and so Predator was really nice for that, and that's where I felt at home using the Predator class engraving. But how does it actually feel to play Slayer? There is not a single other tune in this game that has the same experience quite like her, and it has to do with all around how they built the character. So the animations are really good, the audio for her is also extremely good, and it just feels like an experience when you're playing her. For example, when you go into burst mode, she's like and then like every damage skill she does, she's like you know, it's like crazy. You know, the ultimate is just like Ragnarok and Thor. That's what it reminds me of. She's like, you know, it's an experience every single time you go through that. And I did every raid this week, and I did not get tired of that a single time. It is insane. Are there any downsides of playing Slayer? I feel like both class engravings are so much fun. They're both really useful in their own perspective of bursting and consistent DPS. So all in all, I really don't feel like there's any downsides to the class. They're just overall an extremely fun experience to play. And at the end of the day, that's the most important thing. And not to mention, this is the coolest skin in the game, in my opinion. I freaking love this skin, and you can customize it so many different ways, and that is super important to some people like me, because I buy a lot of different skins. So of course, I'm gonna like that. What are my future plans with Slayer? In the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm gonna be able to have all 6 Brel pieces, and we are easily gonna reach 1540. I'm gonna get her a plus 19 weapon. I might go plus 20. Make sure and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for that, because it's a real possibility. I might not be able to resist. If we're doing pretty good with the honing, I might just go for plus 20. But the first goal is to get to 1540, and I'm definitely going to be able to do that with the amount of shards that I've saved up, but I am also constantly stocking up on more shards because I know getting to 1580 is going to be expensive in terms of honing mats, so I'm just casually stocking up as I see them dip in price a little bit, or if they come to Mari's shop and it's worth spending the blue crystals on. I might go straight from 1540 to 1580 because of the way that I'm building mats. If I have the gold saved up, that is probably what I'm going to do. It's going to be a freaking wild honing session, so that is the plan going forward. If you want to see that, then make sure and stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, make sure and like this video if you made Slayer this week and you really enjoy playing her, and how far were you able to get your Slayer with this progression event. I got mine to 1477, which was amazing. I think this event has been so awesome for a lot of new players and older players, and right now has never been a better time to get into or come back to Lost Ark. So the next Slayer video I make, it's gonna be a freaking banger. Stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the next video.